Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. From his end zone, here's Tremont Smith. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but... Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands of a low-pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Houston Texans and the Chicago Bears. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Right to the air is Huntley. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up second.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That was the first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. On the option right is Fields. Here's the first carry for Khalil Herbert. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2. Well, this defense for the Texans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That's good for 28 yards.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw complete here to Kmet. The big story all week, Texans coach Lovie Smith making his return to Chicago. Lovie, of course, the coach of the Bears from 2004 to 2012, and he was at the helm when the Bears won that NFC title in 2006. Wound up 81-63 during his tenure here in the Windy City. Then he would have that pit stop down in Tampa and then come back to the state of Illinois as the head coach of the Fighting Illini in the Big Ten before returning to the National Football League. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 44-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 44-yard line. To throw is Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be second and a couple. Fields going to take this himself. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off play action, Fields. Open man, completes it to Claypool. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. And no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Fields going to hold on to it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From his end zone, here's Traymon Smith. And he returns this to the 22. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. Here's Huntley. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like you did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter if they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw, Huntley. That's complete. It's Collins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line. Well short of the first down marker. That's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. On the return is Pettis. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them.
First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. From the gun, here's Fields. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. Third and 2, Fields. That's complete right side of the net. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Fields going to keep it once more. Pitching it out here to Herbert. Uses the stiff arm. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 43-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Fields on 3rd down. This one swung out to Montgomery. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards through the air, caught it in 1. On first down, Fields. And throw right sideline is complete. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They'll run with Montgomery. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Press on your offense.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
7 Pirates.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bears are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields. And they'll get this down to the 4.
Ticket with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. And he will have a 1st down as they're into field goal range now at the 30.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here's Fields.
He rifles one that's intercepted.
And the Texans will take over here at their own 12-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game. But this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a 2nd half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Huntley to throw. Finds his man. It's John Mechie. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here we go, here we go.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go now.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. And he'll get this up past the 25. Give him 4 yards there on the 1st down keeper. Six yards left on 2nd down. Off play action. Huntley. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. Well, his arm strength never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
He got 29 yards that time.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first and goal.
Here's Pierce. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Once more, it's Pierce. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And some oohs and ahs from the crowd as he jukes his way forward for a couple of yards. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
Fields. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on his team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Well, they struggled to get him running on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They converted twice on third down that drive already, but couldn't make it a third. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
Santos' kick is up and through, and the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this third quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.